food in Pakistan is part of not just culture, but it is part of our identity. When they are having a meal, they are already thinking for their next meal. Gulab jamun.
Gulab jamun.
So
Okay.
these are small fried balls, then dipped into sugar syrup. There are a lot of these dishes. So biryani would be the perfect example of that. Hello and welcome to Culture Behind Business, where we explore how culture shapes the way we work, connect, and do business around the world. My name is Naveed.
And I'm Katie. And today we talk about Pakistani cuisine and eating habits in Pakistan. So I'm very excited to be here with Naveed. And yeah, so let's start. First of all, our listeners like to know, how would you describe the Pakistani cuisine and the eat habits in Pakistan?
Yes, so I'm very excited for today's topic, and because food plays a very central role in Pakistan, and it is different concept than what people in Europe and in West are used to. The food in Pakistan is part of not just culture, but it is part of our identity. Every time you have guests at home, or you are going somewhere, or you are planning a trip, the first thing you plan actually is the food. What are you going to eat? Or you have the guests, what are you going to cook for them, etc. And not just that, sometime, mostly people are, when they are having a meal, they are already thinking for their next meal.
Okay.
So I'm excited because Pakistan is a huge country, and the habits change from region to region, and the food as well. Usually there is a breakfast, heavy breakfast. You start with very heavy breakfast, and then the dinner is also somehow heavy. Lunch is not usually that heavy because either you are at work or your school or college, so lunch is basically very short as a food. But then dinner is again very heavy, full. I don't know how many courses you can describe it, because it works differently in Pakistan. It's not that you have first course and then the main and then the dessert. Usually everything comes together,
Oh,
and if it's something special, you have guests, etc., then there are going to be quite a few different dishes.
okay. So let's start with the breakfast. What do you mean when you say it's very heavy?
So depending on weekdays breakfast and weekend is usually really heavy, very fatty, very a lot of sugary breakfast. So the most famous is, for example, halwa puri. It's a dough bread, fried dough bread, very thin, so it has
Okay.
a lot of oil in it. And you eat it with halwa, which is basically sweet semolina, cooked again with a lot of ghee.
Okay.
Ghee is clarified butter, and then you add some chickpeas, something salty to add it, and to have a different taste in food. So usually it is very heavy. I mean, if you eat one or two puris with halwa, you are good for the whole day.
Okay, but there's no, like for us, traditional bread and jam or bread and cheese or something like this?
No, so the
Okay.
bread, which you German have a lot of varieties of bread. These breads we don't have in Pakistan. We have
Okay.
other kinds. Usually it's roti, chapati, naan, tandoori roti, etc. So the mostly all are very flat, thin kind of bread we have. And then there are different shapes and tastes into there, but it's thin
Okay.
type of roti and naan we have. You eat that with curries, with sweets, mostly with curries or um, fried stuff.
Okay. And do you add vegetables or fruits to the brunch? To the breakfast, I'm sorry.
It depends on the habits. Usually Pakistani people are not vegetarian friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't eat a lot of raw veggies or salads or stuff like that. We cook a lot of veggies, yes, but then it's curry like potatoes or carrots and or mix of vegetables, and usually also in those cases we add meat into that. So it's rare that you have only vegetable. It's some kind of dishes, yes, but mostly you add either meat or potato to every dish.
Okay, so why does meat play such a huge role in Pakistani meals? So I think maybe in the dinner too. So why it's so meat lasting?
Yes, so we are meat savvy. It goes actually back to cultural traditions and also how society has evolved over time. So let's take a step back. What is actually the Pakistani cuisine? So when you ask me what is the Pakistani cuisine, to answer that simple question is, it is there is not a single type of cuisine you could say okay, this is Pakistani cuisine, because the variety is huge, and there are a lot of layers added to each dish and each kind of meal you cook. There are flavors and tastes and ways to cook that which varies from region to region. And historically, so Pakistan is on the main Silk Road, so which was connecting China through South Asia and the rest of the world. And for hundreds of years, for thousands of years, caravans were passing through Pakistan, going through, and that was the main connection to the Silk Road. So different cultures were meeting in a region which now is called Pakistan, which is basically in past it was the Indus the river. So the valley, Indus Valley, Indus River is the river which goes through Pakistan, and people and the civilizations around this river were called Indus Valley civilization, which then became India afterwards. It's different than the modern day India, because the
Okay.
historical and ancient Indian term was always referred to the civilization around this Indus River, which is in Pakistan completely. So when Romans or Persians or Greek were referring to India, it was the territories which are in Pakistan now. People were coming to these areas, and caravans and trades was happening, which was then, of course, enriching the local culinary traditions as well.
Okay.
So people from Persia, from Central Asia, from China, meeting and coming to Pakistan, which is now Pakistan. We had a lot of varieties, and the cuisine became a fusion cuisine, let's say this way. So that's why it's difficult to define one cuisine as Pakistani. What I could maybe I can think of, and I can say we could take one cuisine, which is Mughlai cuisine, just for an example. If I just take one cuisine, then the other people from other part of the country can be offended, or even not just that. Other people from Persia or Middle East or today's India, they could say, no, this is our dish, and why you call it Pakistan dish? The reason is, as I said, people were coming to these areas, and of course they imported their dishes, and in Pakistan then over the centuries they got different they developed different tastes. So coming back to the question, what is the main one cuisine type which could be defined as Pakistani cuisine? We can use the Mughal cuisine. Mughals were the rulers of India through 15th, 16th, and 17th century.
Okay.
And they originated in Central Asia, so Azerbaijan. They came from there, and then they moved through Afghanistan. They came to Punjab region. They had to go to Persia for some reason, and then they came back. And eventually, they founded this Mughal empire, which at their peak was the superpower of the world. They had one fourth of the world wealth under
Okay.
their control, and they were very rich. So they were investing a lot in education, a lot in the cultural exchange, translations of old scripts into Persian language, because that was their main language. uh, and imagine an empire which is so rich that one fourth of the world known at that time. US was not okay. It was discovered, but it was not that kind of rich, and
Yeah.
Americas. So people were basically coming to India and studies or for trade and so, and they were bringing their cuisine. And every and these rulers, they were also very always the good and the best food available to them. So people and cooks would come from around the world and bring the best of their cuisines to Delhi and to Lahore. At some time, Lahore and were the summer and the winter capitals of their territories. They moved around. So people would come and bring the best cuisines, best dishes they have in their respective regions to Punjab, and then it got infused and local traditions. So therefore, you have dishes which are best of the best from Persia, from Middle East, from Central Asia, from India, East Asia. Even there is influence of Chinese food. Everything the best you could get, then infused with local tastes and local whatever was available, because you didn't have refrigerators, so you had to use local herbs and local spices and whatever was available.
Okay, so it was
S-
possible to bring meat there better than other things.
yeah, so and it is very fertile land. So Punjab is one of the most fertile lands in the whole world. So there was a lot of water, abundance of grass, etc. And you could farm, or you could grow animals. And of course, Mughals, they were the emperors, and they used to eat a lot of meat. So
Okay.
that is the reason why. So everything connects. The way we talk, the way we eat, the way we use, it goes back mostly to that period, in the at least from the Punjab part of the Pakistan and India.
Okay, very interesting. So, is there a family dish or something like this which every Pakistani household knows from this time? Maybe different dishes in every family, but there's so special family dishes?
You mean one dish which is known everywhere in Pakistan, or you mean dishes which are specific to some areas or families?
No, if there are dishes who everyone knows.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
maybe different in the south and in the north, so
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
But every family knows this
Yes.
dish.
Yeah, yeah. There are a lot of these dishes. So biryani would be the perfect example of that. Biryani is basically very simplified. Is a rice dish cooked with meat, I would say. There are vegetarian versions as well, and it's also contested. Some says it's the Karachi biryani is the best or is the most authentic, and some say Lahori biryani is the most authentic, or Delhi from India, or Hyderabadi biryani. So this is biryani is the dish, I would say, is the most famous in all of South Asia. So Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, there are variations, but it's called biryani.
Okay, I have to ask again about the meat. So I think you don't find pork meat,
Right,
right?
right. So in Pakistan, no, because majority population is Muslim, and it is haram is so prohibited as an
Mhm.
animal to consume, and therefore you won't find pork in Pakistani cuisine. Uh, since it's majority, I mean, almost 97, 98% of the population is Muslim, you won't even find in markets for
Okay.
other people also, because the other minorities are so minute and diluted in different regions that if they find a um, wild boar or something they would hunt and eat, non-Muslims, you can't buy in market.
Okay, so most of them are with beef and with chicken,
Beef, chicken,
lamb.
lot of
Or,
lamb.
okay,
Yeah, and mostly it's beef and chicken. Yeah.
okay, interesting. And biryani is a dish for dinner or for breakfast too? No, for dinner, right?
It is all rounder
Ah,
actually.
okay,
Yeah, yeah. So usually you cook it for,
okay,
but then maybe you cook a little bit more than one you need, and you eat it in the breakfast as well.
okay. So
Yeah.
no such big difference between these both meals.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you
Okay,
usually it is norm that the main meal of the day cooked is in the evening, so dinner, and some of this food is consumed in the breakfast as well. That's a norm.
okay.
Yeah.
So I never eat any Pakistani dishes, I think so. But my idea is that all of them are very spicy. Is this right?
Uh, mostly, yes. I mean, as I said, Pakistan is big country, and there are regions. If you go in the northern areas or in the west part of Pakistan, the region called they changed the name NWFP. So the region called NWFP, which is bordering Afghanistan, region of Balochistan bordering to Iran. Those regions don't use a lot of spices,
Okay.
and even they have many dishes where they only use salt, nothing else.
Oh,
Yeah, so for me, eating those foods, it wouldn't taste me anything. I mean, because I'm used to eat spices, and spices is not just, not just chilies, even though I eat chilies, but it's, aroma and taste and different kind of spices mixed together provide a unique signature to a dish, to different dishes. So yeah, mostly it's spices, some region little less spicy than other, but probably for Germans, even the slightest spicy dish would be spicy.
okay.
Yeah.
So tell me something about the street food. I heard this is very popular in Pakistan. So is there a big variety of food? What can we eat there?
Yeah, yeah. So it is. So yes, street food is a big thing in Pakistan, very different than most of Europe. Also, in that sense, what usually traditionally the street food was different than what you would eat at home. A lot of different dishes, mainly snacks historically, but now the years you find everything you cook at home as street food. So basically,
Oh, okay.
people are now eating more and more outside, and they want to have the same taste and same food, home cooked food as street food as well.
So it's for lunch then, or is it for dinner too?
For dinner too, lunch, dinner, breakfast.
Ah, for breakfast
For
also.
breakfast as well. Usually in big cities, and there are some spots who start breakfast like 4 a.m.
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, and they finish for 6 or 7, 2 3 hours, and they are done. That's their breakfast time. And those are the most famous restaurants, and you have to make lines or reservations for them. uh, Other than that, yeah, food goes on the whole day from like 5 6 a.m., 5 a.m. till midnight, 1 2 p.m., something like that. um, because there are no fixed times like um,
Like in Germany.
Germany. In Germany, you eat like dinner at 6 or 7 p.m. usually latest, and I am used to the same habit now because I do my dinner at 6. If I'm at home weekend at 6, so before 7 I'm finished. But in Pakistan, actually, the dinner starts, depends on summer and winter as well, but much later.
Okay. And is there any typical drink you serve to the meals? The breakfast to the dinner?
Yes. So, depending on the season and on the food, there are different drinks which can be combined to
Okay.
the food. Of course, as I said, Muslim country, we don't drink alcohol, so there are no alcoholic drink, no wine or beers, etc. So what you find with what you would find usually is in summer, for example, lassi,
What is
yogurt,
this?
yogurt drink. So it's Iran in Germany.
Ah, yes, I heard
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So that's basically yogurt diluted with water and a little bit of salt. There are sweet versions also. So this is mostly for summer, for
Okay.
heat, etc. And of course, most of the region in Pakistan is hot most of the year, so it's very consumed a lot. Then there are sodas, sponge bean, so it's like lemon water, so you lemon water and again salt or sweet. All the drinks are basically made to cool you down in summer times. Chai is very famous. Chai is so tea. It's milk tea. It's
Hmm.
black tea with milk and sugar, some cardamom, and some people add some spices. I don't like spicy version, but it is a big thing. It is a big thing in Pakistan, and you consume chai after basically every meal.
Okay, so sit together and take your chai
Yes.
afterwards. Okay, very interesting. So, now you leave Pakistan many, many years ago. Is there any food what you take with you and eat every time, often in Germany?
So there, as we told earlier, we eat a lot of meat, but of course there are veggies also, and there are some vegetables which you don't find in Germany. They are very
Okay.
specific to that region, Pakistan and South Asia. Some of them now you can find, but there are some others you don't find it. So I when I go to Pakistan, I eat those vegetables, especially in summertime, or fruit, some fruits. So mango, the mango of Pakistan is world famous. It's the one of the sweetest mangoes which exist, and I eat a lot of them when I go to Pakistan.
Okay, so and tell us the names from the vegetables. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah. So, for example, some of them you can find in Germany as well, and it's one is bhindi. In English, they call them ladyfinger.
Okay,
So it is or okra. I don't know if
okra.
you know the name okra. It's the
Never
same
heard this.
vegetable. It's long, like this long, so that's why they call it ladyfinger. It's
Yeah.
this long, and it has a tip, slightly conical shape, and usually you cook it with a lot of onions and oil, and then fry it together with some spices. Usually you add a lot of onions in it,
Hmm.
and eat it with the bread, the typical naan bread or chapati. I like it a lot. Can mix with the meat as well, because there is no dish we cannot eat meat into add meat into it. And
Okay.
then there are some, so also the taste is different. So for example, the carrots, which you can find in Germany, of course, but the taste and the flavors which you have with these vegetables in Pakistan is much intense,
Okay.
more sweet. I mean, the carrot, you cannot even compare. If you would eat the carrot from Pakistan, you would say, yeah, the one we have here tastes nothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I
So,
can't wait to make a trip to Pakistan and eat carrots there.
yeah,
So it's one of my favorite vegetables. So yeah,
yeah.
I will
And
taste them.
so usually vegetables are seasonal vegetables, which I like when I go to Pakistan.
Okay. And are there different dishes if there are festivals or celebrations or something like this? So dishes when you which you don't
Yes.
have in a daily base?
Yes, so there are some dishes which are attached to some festivals. For example, on the Eid festival, so Sukha Fest, This is the festival celebration after Ramadan. Uh, we eat penia. This is
Pena. Hmm.
penia. This is like very thin spaghetti, fried spaghetti noodles,
Okay.
very thin, and then you we cook them different ways in the milk, etc., and sugar.
In
So it's a
milk.
sweet
Okay.
yeah. I mean, they are fried as first, because they take the very liquidy batter, and
Okay.
then pour it in the oil and fry it.
Okay.
But they are very thin, like hairs,
Oh, okay.
very thin.
Okay.
And then you take out after, and then there is almost no oil left. They're fried, and then you cook them further into the different ways. So in the milk, and add sugar, so it becomes like a sweet dish for that. And this is typical for that festivity.
Okay.
You don't eat normally in the other periods. One dish which is, and then yeah, of course, for dishes attached to Ramadan, there is a drink. You asked about drinks. Classical Pakistani drink is Rooh Afza. So it is a sweet syrup. It's a red syrup with made with rose flower and different kind of flowers, and they add a lot of sugar to it. So basically, you have to dilute it. You take one glass of water and then add a few spoon of this concentrate
Yeah.
into
Okay.
into your water, cool it, and you cannot add chia seeds. Usually that's also a combination into this drink, and
Okay.
it is famous. It is, I mean, there is no Ramadan without this drink, but you can drink it all over the year, especially in summertime.
Okay, so maybe you will have an idea if it's possible to drink this in Germany too. So I like to taste it.
Yeah, sure. Yes, yes, yes. So I have it at home. So it is usually, you find it in all Asian stores.
Oh, okay.
It's a
So
big
it's
bottle of a
famous.
liter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a unique brand attached to Pakistan.
Okay. Is there any spice or ingredient which make Pakistani food unique? So, for example, for your region where you come from?
So there is not one spice, you could say, okay, it is unique. Usually it's a blend of spices,
Okay.
because if it's, I say, cardamom or mint, etc., I mean, single ingredients, there are used all over the world, but then there is a blend of different spices. So garam masala is a blend of different spices, and it varies from family to family and region to region. Basically, we put it on all kind of curries, so it's is unique taste. And after cooking, usually after cooking, at the end, put some of this garam masala on the curry, and then you eat it. So that is one thing unique, typical, not Pakistan, I mean, South Asia, I would say.
Okay. So it's a secret from family to family what herbs and spices are
Yeah,
in.
more than secret, it's not really secret. It's like, some families maybe like more spicier than the others, or some like more cardamom, or some other like more ginger, or etc. So it's more based on the taste. There is no secret into it. It's just the how many, which percentage you put for each ingredient, and maybe some don't like a particular ingredient, and they.
Okay. So very interesting. May you can give us an advice for someone who try Pakistani food for the first time. Is there any dish where we can start with to get a good idea of Pakistani food?
Yes. So it depends. So if you are traveling to Pakistan, then of course you will try a lot of and different dishes, and you will have the possibility. If you are outside of Pakistan, two or three things you can try when you go to when you go to a restaurant, and usually though you will find these dishes. One is biryani.
Yeah,
Uh,
we
uh,
know this.
Yes, and usually in the Western countries they make it not so spicy, so you can really eat it. It's for all tastes. The other thing is lassi.
Lassi. Okay.
and it is in combination with biryani. It's actually good thing because yogurt makes pulls you down. So when you eat something spicy, it helps you bring
Okay.
down the spices. Lassi, so yogurt drink. There are sweet versions, and there is a mango lassi as well, so it's with mango in it. Halwa puri, I would suggest. Usually, you will find it in restaurants only for breakfast.
Okay. So this
So
was a sweet
this is, I mean, this is
dish.
full meal. There are 4 or 5 items, and this is, there is savory, there is sweet, there is salty, and there is this fried thin bread, slightly salty, uh, and then you add lassi to it as well, or a better chai.
Okay.
Yeah,
So for everyone who like to have an idea of Pakistani food,
yeah,
this will
and
be a
and if it
good first
is,
taste.
and if it is not breakfast, or not every restaurant has it, because it requires a lot of preparation, and you have to make it big quantities, and small restaurants, maybe they might not have this item as on the breakfast. So other sweet I would suggest is gulab jamun.
Can you repeat
Eh,
it?
Gulab jamun.
Gulab jamun.
So
Okay.
these are small fried balls,
Mhm.
then dipped into sugar syrup. So, and
Oh,
they are
okay.
brown, they're dark brown color. Alongside biryani, I would say this is the second item, which is, you will find it everywhere.
Okay. Okay. And do we have any choice to have Western fast food or something like this in Pakistan too?
Yes. So you asked earlier about the street food and
Yeah.
eating out. So street food in Pakistan, the concept is quite different than what street food is Europe. So I would, it's just my subdivision. I put them in two categories. One is the snacks, which are not the main meal, but there are variety of snacks, and you can have it at any time. And there are hundreds of different type. For example, charts, roasted chickpeas or roasted maize, etc. Those are all the snacks part. Then there is now street food, basically fast food. There is the McDonald and Burger King, etc., which are now becoming popular, or Pizza Hut, etc., in Pakistan as well. Those are more fast food, and in
Okay.
recent years it's developing a lot. And then there is a version of these burgers which is not Western style. It's like Pakistani burger, which are there
Okay.
since a long time, which is actually fast food, because you would find them with on the carts, on not in a restaurant, I mean, really on the street.
Okay. Cool.
So it's like anda burger, so burger with egg, fried egg in it, or scrambled egg, with some veggies, etc. Or shami burger. It's again a, usually it's a vegetarian version. It's like dal, so chickpeas and the lentils, made with the lentils, and some may add some chicken in it, and then you make a patty, and then you put it in the burger. And this is also street food. You find it on.
So then, thank you very much for this culinary trip to Pakistan. We've
Pleasure.
learned, we have learned that food there is far more than just nutrition. So it's family, it's tradition, and pure passion. So
Yeah,
a huge thank you to you, Naveed. Keep feeding our hungry listeners with our stories. And yeah,
i'm
dear listeners.
already i'm already thinking to tomorrow's my breakfast.
Perfect. So, dear listeners, now it's your turn. What is your favorite Pakistani dish, or have you ever tried Pakistani food before? And what you're carving now? So, post your answer. Let us know in our comments about your eating habits, and enjoy the rest of the day. See you.
See you.